Hi, so I teased it last episode, the episodes of my life, last video, that I had a secret project that was video game related. In today's video, I'm going to put together a games console from a kit. I want to make a little mini Game Boy. So let's jump into it. So for those of you who don't know, my name's Chris. I am converting this ex-U-Haul into a work living space. Living being a key part of this. And long story short, I've done very little relaxing in this truck since I've had it. The small amount of relaxing that I've been doing has been video game playing. And today is going to be an extension of that. So what I have here is a DIY Game Boy Color. You basically put it together yourself with the circuit board and the screen and everything. So this is an entire kit. I'll show it on the screen here. This is by Funny Playing, I think it's called. Funny Playing make this kit. And essentially it's a full complete Game Boy Color. It's compatible with Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games. But you put it together yourself, you make it yourself, you choose your colors, you choose the colors of your buttons and all that sort of stuff, and you put it together yourself. But it can play Game Boy games. And I thought it would be a really cool project to do because it's something that I like to do. Is make stuff. Stick around for a little bit, something a little bit different.
So this is everything you get. The shell, the screen, the motherboard, I guess you call it, the speaker, everything apart from the screwdriver set that I have here that is Model's own. That's mine. The very first thing that I had to do was attach the screen. Basically, you attach everything together to make sure that it all kind of works properly. So it's just the speaker, the screen, and the battery. So the first thing was the screen, and the thing I think that I struggled the most with was ribbon cables. It was just so unbelievably fiddly, and you'll see me in this video using the little tweezers that I have a lot, because my fat shovel fingers just aren't good with the tiny stuff. So yeah. That's what I struggle the most with, I think, throughout this whole build. The next thing is attaching the speaker, which comprises of the speaker and like a little rubber gasket that we'll see later on. And then after the speaker, then you're connecting the battery. And I'll be honest with you, when I was trying to connect the battery, this footage is maybe 10 seconds of me connecting the battery. It was probably about 19 minutes of me trying to connect it. It was really tough. I really struggled with it, but it turns on and obviously all the components work, which is a good sign, so then I can move on with the rest of the build. Next, we get the shell, the front plate, I guess, of the unit, and we add in the buttons. So we add in the A button, the B button, and then the D-pad, the directional pad. After you've done that, then we're adding in the membranes. So the membranes is the squishy rubber stuff that makes the buttons bounce up and down, but also have the, I guess, the contact points on that signal to the motherboard that the button is being pressed. So that's what we're essentially doing here. And then the start and select buttons are just straight up little membranes. Next, we attach the tiny single mono speaker to the unit. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's the most adorable little speaker, and I don't know why. I kind of assumed that it would be bigger, but yeah, it's just a tiny little mini circle with a little rubber gasket on it to make sure that it vibrates properly, I guess. Then I've got to take my little tiny spudger thingy and squeeze the wires in the case to stop it from sticking out when I close it, because I don't want the wires to get caught in the case when it's closed. Then after that, it's time to screw it together. There's only a couple of screws, there's not many. I didn't realize that it was a tri-tip screwdriver. that it was needed, so I kind of messed around for a little too long until I realized it wasn't actually screwing, and then changed over to a tri-tip. So little tip if you're going to make one yourself. Then we give it a little test and start to add the power button down the side, which was a little bit awkward, but I got there in the end. Then it's a matter of screwing the two outer shells together. So the front shell and the back shell, screwing them together to make sure that it's all solid, and being careful of the power button on the side to make sure that doesn't randomly plop out or any of the other stuff just plops out as you're doing it. So yeah. Then it's finally a matter of reconnecting the screen. It's kind of awkward to get that ribbon cable again, but you attach it from the outside, tuck it in, and then what you have to do is then sort of slide it in and down. It's super awkward in getting the screen actually in onto the shell itself. And then you just obviously pull off this adhesive and stick the screen down. Since then, the adhesive has not been the strongest, so I'd add in an extra little bit of super glue once you're confident that you've got it angled at the right angle. And then the very last little bit, I was debating whether actually to even put this footage in, but I think it's a super nice little detail, is the stickers that came on the original Game Boy with the Nintendo helpline on it, and the actual like barcode and model number and all that sort of serial number stuff. It had stickers on the original Game Boy on the back with that information on, and they just add in a little sticker pack with that same information on. I don't know what it is about it, but it kind of just like, it's a nice little nostalgia sort of feel. So you stick them on as well, just to give the finishing touches, I guess. And this is the final product. One of my more successful projects, I guess. Mainly because I didn't actually have to cut the plastic myself. But honestly, it was just nice to have a break and just put on some music and chill for an hour or so while I put this together. And hopefully it will give me more entertainment in the future as I am playing it. But I think it looks pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job and didn't screw it up at all, which is a surprise.
So there it is. That is the Funny Playing GBC. It is all black. It feels really good, actually. I forgot how good the Game Boy Color like size and feel was. So it's a really nice feel. I will probably overlay a bunch of footage of this actually playing games and stuff. But what a cool little gadget. I'm really impressed with it. It was like, I think it was like $90. I didn't get this for me. I actually got this as a gift to give to someone, but I thought that it was a fun little fun little build to do on a random Wednesday night. I am desperately trying to give myself more time off, and forcing myself to do small stuff, small projects, is the way of turning my mind off a little bit. And this was a good one. It's sexy, all black, Game Boy Color. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, so yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for it. Not an affiliate link. I don't do affiliate links, but yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for it. If you're interested in it, you have to buy everything separately. So you buy the buttons separately, the membranes, and then the case. So you can actually customize everything about it. So you can customize the case, the buttons, the joypad as well. You can also customize the membrane color, because you can get like transparent cases. So you can do like a transparent case and then like red membranes underneath and black buttons. So it's pretty cool. You can do a lot with it. But yeah, I thought that was a fun little project. The one thing I did run into is that this used a tri-head screw. It's 3. I've never seen that before. I didn't even realize I had a tri-head screwdriver. So that was a new learning for me. But yeah, there you go. Sometimes van life is not even van life. It's making video game consoles on a Wednesday. So that's it for this video. For now, me and the Game Boy Color are clocking out.